Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. Let's talk about the stock market and get right into it. In front of us is the weekly chart. We're looking at the S&P 500. These are the futures. And I want to look at the weekly chart first, and then we'll get to the daily. So I showed this a couple days ago. And these are the numbers on the upside that we just need to keep an eye on. Right now, today, we're right there. The market, this is the night session. Overnight is trading right now at 40.32. Okay. Today is, let's see, make sure I got the right date for y'all know when I'm putting this out. Yep. January 25th, Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. This candlestick is already the 26th because the night session for futures trades the next day. Okay. Now today we'll look at the daily. Like I said, we'll look at the daily chart here in a moment. But just on the weekly chart, just be aware we're just sitting right here at this 50-week moving average, 40.34, and look at this, basically 40.32, just sitting right at it. That blue line is the 50-week moving average, and the upper trend line pretty much just right on it, right? So it's just sticking to that 50-week moving average, which is that number right there, 40.34. Okay. I think long as on the weekly chart we stay below this trend line or around the 50-week moving average, then there's a good chance as we in the next few days for the market to start declining. Okay. So just looking at this cycle down here, it ends on February 5th. Okay, talking about this cycle right here. All right. All right, let's switch over to the daily and I'll show you what I got going on there. I give you my thoughts about what's going to happen going forward. Let me get the daily drawing set up here. All right, there we are. Daily chart. On the upside, on the daily chart, you see I got the 41.10, so we're still carefully watching this. Last two daily sessions, 2 days ago, the day finished on basically a doji. Today finished on a hanging man. And again, this SP 500 futures, not the spider, and not the intraday SPY or SPX, right? So on those charts, you're going to see something different. But this day ended with basically a hanging man. When I see this kind of candle, if I just looked at the candlesticks alone and nothing else, I would say this is bearish. Because we have an upper trend line, it's bumping up against, it's got a little bit above it here. And, you know, this would normally be kind of a bearish occurrence. Okay. Okay, January 27th, this date right here. As I said, you can see over here, we're already trading January 26th. I think when we get to the right side of this line, there's a really good chance it's going to start coming down. All right. Again, like I talked about yesterday, it could come down into this February 5th, 8th. Could come down really hard, guys. Look at this candlestick over here. This was coming right down into this purple cycle. Look at that big candlestick. That thing is huge. That candlestick was 135 range day. So it can happen quick just like that. So we'll keep an eye on it. You know, no two cycles are exactly identical. So we need to be aware of that. But just some similarities here. I noticed in the previous cycle you had this and that. This and that. Okay, you had this candlestick right there. Kind of similar to that one. Different colors. Then we had a hanging man. Sure enough. Let me get rid of the... Look at this hanging man right here. Hanging man. Right? Hanging man. Very, very similar pattern as far as the way this price action moved. Very similar. Okay. So we'll have to see. But my instincts tell me, just looking at this, we're in close proximity to the end of this cycle. You know, the February 5th, 8th. And again, you know, as I mentioned the other day, if it does stay around this upper trend line and starts to fail here, you know, it could come out over here. Right? It may not come straight down to February 5, 8. Could go a little bit longer. You know, it might do one of these. It might start right here tomorrow and start dive bombing right into this thing. Okay, it could come out a little bit. It could even go up. It could still come up. Look at all these indicators. They're all saying up, up, up. Everything's saying up except for one. The universe says we're going down. Now, normally the universe doesn't really reflect or forecast the stock market. Okay, but it has been doing that since about January 2nd. It literally has been forecasting the stock market ahead of it. So that's, that doesn't happen too often. But it did happen back here. You got a little spiky spike and boom, took off. All right. The certainty rate, which right now today I think is it on this chart? Yeah, 13.3 over here. It's not giving me a signal that says the market's going to change direction. So normally when I see something like that, that would mean either more chop, or even price increase would happen. Okay, but we don't look just at the certainty rate. It's a very helpful indicator, but we don't look at it only. Okay, so I still think the odds are in favor of the market failing, and it's going to start turning over, especially if we get to the right, we get towards the January 27th. Now, it may do this, fail a little bit, bounce one more time, and then down. Well, maybe not quite vertical like that, but, bounce a little bit again, and then down. Let me try to do something kind of like that. Let me try that again. That was pretty bad. We can do better. So it might turn over, come down, get a bounce, and then come down again. Okay, it's very possible it'll do that. It may or may not. It may just start saying, okay, we're done, we're close enough, we're going for it. I think if it fails from where we're at right now, it could get down to 35.80. That is possible. If it, again, just like I said the other day, if it decides to come up and then fail late, then I think we might only be looking at 3,700. So it's hard to say, but it may not be as deep as what I'm really trying to say. But right now, based on what I'm seeing with these candlesticks and the close proximity to the end of this cycle, I think the odds are in favor of the market. It's going to begin to decline and start working its way down somewhere in this area. Okay. February 5/8 could go a little bit further. It could decline further. If we get a really hard bounce above 41.10, that changes the narrative. That changes everything. Okay. If you want to join my service, on the screen right now, I'll put up $5.99 a month. That is dirt cheap. You get nightly emails I send out to all my members, which, by the way, a few of them made some really good bank today. Okay, had a few tell me that they made some good money on the big decline today. Okay, but $5.99 you get per month. You get on the nightly emails. I send out my opinion every night, 4 nights a week. I don't usually do it on Friday because what's the point? Saturdays, no trading. But a lot of times I will put out on a Sunday as well. All right. Also get access to the Discord server. All right. And I'm on there almost most days. I'll put it on my screen right now. Go over to gethischarts.com, my new website. Register there for free. All right. That site's still being built out, so just be patient with me. But eventually all the membership's going to be moved over there. But go over there and register for free. When that site goes live, I'll let everybody know by email, hey, it's live. And then I'll move all the membership off of YouTube, and we'll move it over to the new site. Because guys and gals, guess what? YouTube is just videos. It's not a website, right? I can't provide services there. I can't provide product that's going to help people become better traders. Okay, I even run a small business, so there are going to be things on there for people who want to know how to get started with business. Those are just things you really can't do on YouTube because it only lets you publish videos, right? Not real website. So that's why we're doing the website, so we can really up the game for the members and give them a better quality membership, yeah? All right, that's it for today, guys and gals. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you all real soon again next time.